Alright, so this is Decent We the People News. This is going to be a little bit trickier video than average because I don't have all the knowledge or the know-how to do or the equipment to do what these other professionals do. Okay, so I'm going to have to do with the best all I got. Okay, never look straight forward. Always look around to be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Now, anything I say on this video, I'm not an attorney. Don't misconstrue this whatsoever. Okay, it's a learning video, it's educational, and it's my opinion. No more, no less, people. Alright, so do not take it out of contents. Okay? So, let's, well, before we even get started, let's recognize a couple of little things, right? Ordinance means member of corporation by the American jurisprudence. Resident means renter. Does these things apply to these people? Okay? And impeding their investigation. Okay? That's a physical act in most states. I don't know about Georgia, but in most states, it's a physical act. Okay? First Amendment. You have a right to speak, especially when you're not detained. But even when you're detained, who's to say you are not allowed to speak? Right? It may get you in trouble, but you're allowed to speak. Alright? My opinion, and no more no less, okay, is cuss words. And technically, it's a curse. Okay? So when they say, well, she cussed, the F word, let's go with my definition, right? The original definition is to strike or to move back and forth. Okay? So, now we have meanings of minds of my definition in this case. Or video. Alrighty? And it's the First Amendment, by the way. Whether you decide to use your definition or my definition is still First Amendment. Let's go.
Okay, did you see her on the property?
Yes, all three of them were sitting on the front porch.
You saw her on the front porch?
These three people. She was standing in the yard. One of them was standing in the yard, two of them sitting on the front porch.
So which one was sitting on the front porch?
It doesn't matter, man. That piece of property is all the same.
There is nothing that says no
If you
trespassing.
want to push it, I will charge her right.
Alright, right there. Boom. Okay? Let's throw common sense out the window. Okay? We're going to have to go with legal and lawful and all this kind of stuff. Okay? Obviously, if it's not your property, don't be on it. That's just common sense. Okay? However, we're going to go with legal. There is no sign saying it's a private property. I know, it's stupid, but, you know, that's what they say to do, right? No trespass signs. Your guess is as good as mine, people. I guess they're covering up for the people that don't have common sense, right? Alright. And I'm not picking on these people whatsoever. It's just in general of overall view. Okay? So, no sign. Well, let's go.
Man. I know Georgia
You just said
law.
that you were charging her, is what you just
I
said.
did not say I was charging.
Well, I was going to speak right there. But he could have, or can, still press basically criminal charges on whoever the alleged people are, right? Well, now that automatically became retaliation. Right then and there. Okay, everything's gone until Mama Bear or whoever bear this is spoke and asked questions. And he didn't like it. So now he's going to be threatening retaliation right from here.
I said I gave her a criminal trespass.
That's a charge.
No.
You didn't say a warning.
Explain this to you too. That is private property. They cannot be owned. Somebody called in and said they were in the house.
The
working
neighbor.
things. Yes. Why are you defending your child for
My daughter wasn't over there. She probably literally
She was
just walked
on the
over there. I'm
property.
not going to argue with you. I have
She-
recordings. Okay.
She was.
I
on
just
the
told her
property.
not to go on the property. She wasn't in the
That's
house.
what I told
All
her.
right. Have a good day.
Alright, we're going to stop there for a second, okay? Now let's just say this is all true. She's on the property, she's trespassing, all this kind of stuff. Okay? The cop cannot make that complaint. It has to be the owner of such property. And if the owner is not there, there has to be a sign saying trespass. It has to have the two elements to this, right? The officer cannot make a legal determination and make a claim on this. Okay? It has to be the owner. In most states, I don't know about Georgia State. You guys are going to have to look up the Georgia trespassing laws, right? But in the majority of the states I'm aware of, the owner must give them the opportunity to tell them. Not the cops, not the neighbors, but the owner. Because the neighbor called on them, how does that particular neighbor know whether they did or did not have permission on that set property? It's just a question, y'all. And that's reasonable doubt, right? So we got to look at reasonable doubt, this, and this. Again, we're going to leave common sense out of this.
Alright, thank you.
Man, come here.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Come here.
I came over here and asked you a question, and it's all on recording. I'm glad it is. I'll be going to Aikens tomorrow morning.
Ma'am, I need you to come back here.
I don't need to. I just asked you a question, and you
me in the performance of my duties, ma'am.
Whoa, okay, instruction of his public duties. No, she did not. There's no instruction there, and it's a physical act. She did not physically hinder his investigation. She asked questions, but she did not, video-wise, right? Allegedly did not interfere in this investigation. She's just asking questions. So now this become a retaliation part.
I'm not doing anything. I asked you a question, and you got rude. That's all. Have a good...
Oh, by the way, it was not lawful order. She was not totally detained. Now, he said that allegedly that she interfered, but not once did he say detained or being arrested at this particular time.
Dane, I would talk to your sergeant tomorrow.
Come here.
No.
If you don't come here.
Is she being detained?
Yes, she's being
For what? Under what?
obstruction.
There we go. Now she'd be detained. Okay, unlawfully, but she'd been detained. So, you don't want a shocking experience in your back because they can lawfully leave. Well, they say they lawfully can do it, or shoot you in the back. Remember, they have qualified immunity and be able to do anything behind your back and get by with it. All right, now she'd be detained. Smart thing is to go ahead and just stop and follow through.
Of what?
I'm the mother of my daughter. Are you recording this too, sir?
Obstruction of
Are
what?
you recording this? And you're recording it. Thank you. What? I asked you a question. You wanted to see her and get rude. That was it. Have a good day. You're an asshole.
Come here.
It's a freedom of speech. First
Freedom of
Amendment.
speech.
First Amendment.
First Amendment. I'm allowed to use it now.
Ma'am, I am not done. I need to run your ID.
No, you don't. I don't have.
No, has she done any
Ma'am,
criminal
I
law?
need your identification.
He does not have to do it unless you have done any criminal. No.
Ma'am, I need your
No,
identification.
you don't. I asked you a question. You're recording this.
Oh yeah. He can't get your ID.
All right, we're going to stop right there. Smart thing for her to do after she's detained, stay put. However, was it lawful detainment? No. I don't know about Georgia's law, but if you're not being lawfully detained, you can still walk away. It's just going to cause more headaches. Okay? And you must actually prove that if such case comes up. Okay? So you better be ready for a fight on that one. All right? Now, this ID thing is a habit. All right? Now, I'm not going to say it's a drug habit, but it actually has the same mindset as such. They got to have that ID. All right. So we got that part one out of the way. Like I said, I'm going to have to do this a different way.
Now, Bree, get your ass over there and go get your dad. Now. Go get your dad now. You didn't do nothing.
I asked a question.
No,
and
you didn't
got
do nothing.
ignorant.
In order for him to get
Do
your
you
ID,
want to provide your identification
I
to
don't.
me?
She doesn't have
You smell
to.
like alcohol.
I smell like alcohol.
You do.
by law, you do not have to
Smell
get
like
the
alcohol.
ID.
Can you please let me
Oh
go?
my God.
You need your ID?
No. Go. Go get your dad.
You're recording, right? He
If
has
you
these handcuffs on me tight. All I did was ask
They're
a
on her
question.
tight. Look at this.
you don't have to do any ID unless you've done any.
Okay, so them cuffs are torture. I've been in cuffs before. They do not have to be tight to hurt. Okay? They're not built for comfort. They're built for the slaves, the subjects. Okay?
You think
Ma'am,
do anything.
go home.
No, you stay right here, Tiffany.
I don't
Go home. I'm going to ask you one more time. Go home.
Remember, that is asking. They do this cover up with the asking part, and most of us are led to believe that's an order, but it's not such order. Number two, he cannot lawfully give her that order to go home. That's public streets. No, 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 no. All right, you may take a couple of steps back to kind of just give them a little bit of clearance, you know, to not bring up false allegations against you. But you do not have to go home or step 100 feet away.
Please get off of me, Nancy. I'm telling you, you're recording everything, and I have no communication with all these past things that you're going there.
Uh-oh. There's my little safety speaker thing. Certain sound waves actually kind of shuts my TV off. Hopefully it paused. And not we rewind it a little bit. Sorry about that. Always something. All right. Anyway,
That's that fucking white privilege, bro. Bree, get
let's back up a little bit.
him on my number right now.
I don't work for Gary Long.
I don't do anything.
Go home.
No, you stay right here, Tiffany.
I don't
Go home. I'm going to ask you one more time. Go home.
Please get off of me, Nancy. I'm telling you, you're recording everything, and I have no communication with all these past things that you're going there.
Oh, I'm about to call. I'm about to call. I'm calling Gary Long. I got him on my number right now.
I don't work for Gary Long.
I don't care. You're arresting her for no reason. She doesn't have to give you an ID unless she's done something wrong.
All right, so let's go through a couple of claims that she could do so far between here and there. Number one, that's false arrest. All right, she lawfully and legally did not do nothing wrong. Okay, then also, if you don't give me ID, you know, you're going to be arrested. That's extortion. Okay, you're threatening the arrest, which they follow through with, and batter. They grabbed her. Okay, that's battery. All right, with the arrest. Okay, they threatened her, but they followed through with the threat. Okay, now, what was the due process? Because certain people actually know their rights, now they must actually follow through a due process involved, right? They must call the complainant, the owner of the property, come out and have this trespassed, or watch videos and sign an affidavit of trespass and have them served of the trespass. Just saying. There is certain due process that still must be involved. All right, he is making a legal determination at this particular time. But it's a false arrest. It's battery because it's a false arrest. And extortion because out of retaliation, they threatened the offspring to go after them.
My mom deal. She didn't do a fucking thing wrong. I have it all on recording, bro. Because she wouldn't give ID, but she ain't done nothing wrong. She doesn't have to give an ID unless she's done something wrong. That's that fucking white privilege, bro. Bree, get your...
Alrighty. Let's go with the last one. Alrighty. Told you I don't have fancy shit.
Your mother cursed in public, which is a violation of a city ordinance.
So that's a violation of the city ordinance. Okay? We've talked about this during the very beginning of this video. City ordinance is for members of corporation. Okay? The ordinance do not apply unless you are McDonald's, people. Alright? Resident. Renter. Okay? But more important of all, they're talking about city ordinance. City ordinance also cannot go in conflict of your rights. Your First Amendment right. Okay? Another one. That officer cannot be the complainant. Alright? Nobody in person, since you guys like the word that person, no man or woman around this situation is making a complaint on such language. Alright? But the officer itself cannot make that legal determination. He is the executive branch, and he cannot be insulted. And he can use and cover anything up, which ordinance is a bypass law, which is what I call a bypass law, but it's what is called a by law. I wonder where they got the by law at. All right.
Therefore, I needed her identification to identify her and write her a citation. Your mom continues to walk away. That's why your mother's in handcuffs.
Yeah. But if you know that ordinance do not apply to you, number one, does not attend to you. Okay? But you got to know these things. So you got to know your basic rights. Right? What crime was it? Okay, most deals is crimes. Or unless you're driving a vehicle, she wasn't driving or anything like that. So we play these word games with these cops and lawyers and judges. It's all trickery of words. So you got to use the trickery of words right back at them, like ordinance, right? Means member of corporation. Only tends to McDonald's, Walmart, any business. Joe Jack Shack, you know, it's a corporation. That's what the bylaws are for. And municipal court is for the corporation. Somehow or another, they brought us into this corporation jurisdiction that we do not belong to because we are in silence of acquiescence and tacit agreed that ordinances belong to us. And resident belongs to us when nobody really asked specifically what the direct, real, and remember again, y'all, this is by American jurisprudence, okay? And this is supposed to be out of the $20,000 guidebook for attorneys and judges. And who's all involved in lawmaking and all that kind of stuff. So, there we go. Let's go.
And 6, 7, I know you know your law, but you don't interfere with the police when he's doing his job.
I wasn't.
You need to, you're inciting all this.
How?
I'm not talking to you. I want you to understand.
He's stuck. He made claims, and he can't back it up. Nor will he back it up because he's going to stay in silence and acquiescence, which he's going to plead the Fifth Amendment because his lawyer tells him to do that. But you played the Fifth Amendment, the officers played the Fifth Amendment, but violated everybody else's Fifth Amendment.
Understand something, though.
I just asked the question.
It is not going to be tolerated in Jackson. This is not going to happen down there.
Okay, can you answer my question then?
No.
Okay, alright, cool.
Stop.
We're going to go ahead and stop it there. Alright. There you go, people. This is not a perfect video, nor did I ever claim I am perfect. It's just my opinion. I never look straight forward. I always look around, be able to protect myself by any means necessary. Okay? Sorry about the imperfect situation, but I've told on other videos, and I'm going to tell you on this video. Okay? I just come up with these things all the way. Okay? I don't sit and study for hours and get into everything nitpicky and all that. Number one, don't have the time. Number two, don't have the equipment. As you can well tell, I'm using a phone recording my TV. Alright? So, there's my limited means, and I'm doing the best with what I have. Okay? And the best with my knowledge. Okay? And this is going to be with a YouTube channel now called The Corrupt Police. Alright? Now, I did subscribe to them and got it off of... I did this yesterday on another video. Oh my goodness. San Joaquin. So if you want the description of this, look up on his channel and it gives the description, because that's how I got it. Okay? You may be able to type it in there and find it. Matter of fact, I don't remember if I actually found it that way or if I actually went to his. I think I went to his deal and subscribe to it, okay? Now, these are not auditors. These are everyday folks standing up for their rights, okay? They don't practice this nonsense every single day, all right? They're standing on their rights with what knowledge they have and not applying and using every day like the cop watchers and auditors and all that kind of stuff. So bravo with what they have done. Okay? Impressive. On my behalf, anyway. Alright, this week People News. Bye, y'all.